Welcome back, everybody. So it is snowing here in the Pacific Northwest, which is nice, but the temperatures are really chilly. We're looking at the teens and single digits for the next week, which is fine by me. I don't mind the snow and I don't mind driving in it. It's other people that scare me. But I grabbed myself a nice warm cup of coffee because that's our drink of choice in the Pacific Northwest. I know a lot of you drink tea, which I like tea myself. But right now, I think I needed some go juice. A little caffeine to kickstart me. So, this wonderful little book is called Rabbit's Fairytale Fantasy, and it's by Cotolie. And it does come with a download bonus. So, again, this is another one of those Japanese books that's not readily available just on Amazon themselves. So I will provide the links in the description so that if you're interested in buying these books, you very much can. Okay, so again, this has a nice dust cover, which is typical of the books I get from overseas. The inner cover is a heavy-duty cover, but it is that shiny front cover. So if you're going to color it, I highly suggest you use a good Sharpie or permanent marker that doesn't smear or smudge. So I did not translate a lot of the information in the beginning of the book, but I did in the end. So you have a nice breakdown of the book and storyline here. And Google Translate is easy enough to use that you can just scan it over and it'll tell you what it's saying. So again, the beautiful colored pages in the front and some coloring samples, which is always nice that you see that they have provided these in this book. And your how-to tips and the types of coloring mediums you want to use. Plus here's your bonus download and the download instructions. So some of these books come with a bonus download, so look very carefully if you do buy these books and see if they come with those. It's a nice little extra you get. So your introduction page, you'll notice that the ink is a very light ink. It almost looks like it was a faded ink from multiple copies, but that's not the case. I find that a lot of these Japanese and Korean books don't use really thick heavy ink like we do in the US, which is nice. So if you're one of those people that likes to cover up those black lines, it's a lot easier to do so. So flipping through here, there's some lovely pages. We got some books. Looks like a little library scene. Or have a nice trip. Some bunnies. A lot of bunnies in this book. Of course, the title, Rabbit. So I should say a lot of rabbits. But some fun whimsy pictures in here to do. You got some florals, and it looks like you got some keys here that you could do metal work on. Practice your colors with your colored pencil, creating the metal look. Hopefully I'm getting all this in there for you. They're a longer book, so getting them in view sometimes is tricky, especially with my camera setup. It's like a flower dress shop, maybe, in a tree. It's like the little elves in the tree, maybe a tree stump, and the different kinds of dresses. Very cute. You got some jars with different florals inside of them, and of course the rabbits. Hope I'm not going too fast. I like to keep some of these book reviews short because I don't like to listen for too long myself. I get sidetracked. It looks like you got a berry stand here with some strawberries. Lots of berries to color, so lots of good practice. Such a cute little book. And this book would be great for anybody of all ages. It's not too childish and it's not too grown up. There is details, but it's not overwhelmingly detailed. So it looks like you got a nice underwater scene here. And maybe a crystal cave. And a treasure chest. It looks like a treasure chest or a jewelry box. I would think treasure chest because it's an underwater type scene with the clamshell and the seaweed fire pit. That's adorable. How creative. Mermaid cosmetics. You can see that at the top there. So here you can see some of the really heavy dark lines. I'm not quite sure why they did that in this book. It threw me a little bit, but maybe it was intentional. I've seen it in some other books where a couple of the pages had these weird, heavy, dark lines. It's like maybe a map of the area and the moon balloon, and they spelled balloon wrong. Kind of funny. The sewing box. It looks like the rabbits are doing some embroidery over here and some yarn work over here. Some great pictures. Just something fun and different to do. Like we got some little mushroom and acorn houses here. Like a little fairy house or an elf house with a kitchen and a terrace. Only for the witch entrance. That's cute. Homemade goodies and candy. And the paper is decent. It's got a little bit of tooth to it. It's not super thick, but it's not thin either. In case I didn't point that out. It's pretty decent. The Witch's Teapot Collection. So many fun elements to this book. And again, this is a great book for all ages. So this one would be very fitting. Looks like Dear Santa, so wish list, some holiday letters and presents. And again, you can interpret these using Google Translator if you don't speak the language, which I do not. Looks like little snow globes, scenes inside of different snow globes. Lots of rabbits. A lot of rabbits. Okay, so it looks like I interpreted some of this for you. So in the back it has a Let's Craft, a fairy Easter egg. And it's got some instructions on how to create these Easter eggs and paint them. And then I believe these are in the book, but they've named them. So you got rainbow, full moon, star egg. You've got the fairy flower eggs, the friendly egg, and the wish egg. And it says Twin Rabbits Easter Decorations. And again, you have another crafting section for Christmas ornaments. And it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to create them. And here is the ornaments for you to cut out and use. And the index in the back. And I broke it out by, actually they broke it out by chapter, and I just interpreted some of the titles. So it looks like the first few pages, it says, Saggy Sand Seeds. Say that 3 times fast. And then the open door. And again, you got the Spring Fairy Garden, Key to Fantasy. There's a lot of different titles here. You got the Flower and Dress Tailor, Mermaid Jewelry Encyclopedia, The Witch's Recipe Book. It didn't take me long using Google Translate to write all those out. So if you definitely want to know what they say, you can do that. Again, it's pretty easy. So in the back here, I did, on this last page, write down the publication dates. It looks like the first edition was in March of 2023, and the second edition was printed off in July of 2023. So there was 2 prints of this book done already, and I noticed a lot of them do that. And again, this book was by Cotolie, which is right up there. Cotolie, if you're curious. And it has that same lovely back cover and the dust cover that covers that to protect it. Again, that was Rabbit's Fairytale Fantasy by Cotolie with the download bonuses and the extra craft options in the back. So little things that you can do, especially if you have kids, that would be a lot of fun. All in all, this is a really good book. I would give it 4 out of my 5-star rating, only, again, because of that cover. Great for all ages. There's not too much as far as complicated detail or adult level detail that somebody of, grammar school or mid-school age couldn't accomplish. But all in all, it's a great book. It has great paper. And again, I hope you find some of these books as enjoyable as I do. I will provide the links in my description. So if you're interested, make sure you check them out. And there's lots of other books by different artists, not just the ones I'm showing you. So don't be afraid to look around and see what else is out there besides just what's on Amazon. Anyways, happy creating, you guys, and I hope you enjoy these short book reviews as much as I enjoy sharing them with you.